first part is this is part of a strategy of the ruling government, which has nothing to show when it comes to jobs, price rise, its so-called development planning, nothing to show for when it goes to the polls later this year in 4 states and parliamentary elections next year. This is nothing short of a ploy to divert attention from there. Number two, much more critically, all the people who've been targeted, and we were targeted earlier, are those who are actually advocates or appearing for or speaking about the conditions of Adivasis, working classes, peasants, minorities, Dalits. So if persons who are voiceless in society and who are weak don't have people speaking for them, like advocates, then democracy is completely stifled. So the idea is to actually stifle those voices who are representing the marginalized sections and send a message down the line to other people that do not dissent, do not raise questions against the government. This is nothing short of a fascist act of an authoritarian power. Truth to power. Unfortunately, many electronic channels and some newspapers are actually paying handy-maiden of the government. We know the corporate connections, we know the ideological connections, I don't have to tell you that. But it's very unfortunate that at a time when human rights are being assaulted and the media is supposed to stand up for the violation of human rights, it's actually becoming a spokesperson of the agencies, IB or the regime. That's a very pathetic situation. But not like that, fortunately, yet.
It is quite clear that these people, Gautam Naulakha, Sudha Bhardwaj, Professor Anand Teltunde and others who have been targeted yesterday by the government, is because of the ideology that they believe in. And it is ridiculous that people like these who are very eminent and they have spent their entire life fighting for justice, fighting against exploitation of the poor and the marginalized of our society, and have taken risks in their lives. They have given up lucrative careers. Sudha Bhardwaj is an IIT Kanpur alumnus. So it is a shame that our government, instead of honoring these people for the work they have done, is targeting them. And on the other hand, is shamelessly promoting its own ideology and is encouraging violence by the cadres who are associated with the Hindutva ideology. Lynching incidents are one example which have become so common now. So giving freedom to its own cadres who believe in the ideology of Hindutva to carry out any kind of violence and not holding them accountable, not taking any action against them, and on the other hand, targeting people who at least have not committed any crime. Their only crime is that they believe in a certain ideology which the government thinks is not in its favor. Or is
behind bars. There is no reason to keep a person behind bars unless or until that person is accused of a crime and there's a fear that the person will commit the crime again, or the person is required for an investigation to which he may not join. These are the reasons why somebody may be arrested, which is why when you're making arrests of these 5 people and the people before him and G.N. Sai Baba, why do we forget all these things? Each and every one of these arrests is of people whose arrest was completely not required. It has been made possible because of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. It has been made possible because of the provisions of banning. It has been made possible because of the kind of farce that is executed in courts, CMM courts across the country. When these people are brought before the court, what happens before them is that not even the least bit of consideration is. These people are not, the people who are accused are not asked anything. The people who come up there, the papers that are presented are never read by the CMM. There is absolutely no application of mind, and without an application of mind, these people are sent to jail. And when they are being sent to jail, they are sent to jail for periods where they lose liberty of at minimum of anywhere from 90 days to 180 days. That's the kind of loss of liberty that is being permitted under this law, under this regime. I think it's extremely important right now, and the arrests of Gautam Naulakha and many others, and Sudha Bhardwaj, people who were at the forefront in their fight against the UAPA. Sudha Bhardwaj ji has taken up so many matters of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. Gautam Naulakha has been active in the same field. I think their arrest puts before us the need that it is now time that we have to fight against this law.
Any such activists across the country who faces such charges police should not be able to take action without High Court being involved. I think the time has come for us to demand that the higher judiciary must be informed before coercive action is taken by the police. Because without High Court monitoring, the police is going berserk in this country.